A CEO was once asked, what's the biggest problem facing your business and who is working on it? His answer, nobody was working on that challenge. The problem was too big, nobody could solve it, and it remained unchallenged. Elon Musk famously talks about a new project, a new business, and he asks, is there a probability of success? Because he knows that all things in business, in life, that the struggle is guaranteed, but the success is not. So why then are we afraid to take on hard challenges, to face down our problems? And those are the things that we get to the end of the day, the week, the month, the year, and those things are still unresolved. What are the hard problems? What are the challenges that you face in your business and your life that you are not tackling head on? One of the best leaders that I know, he gives his team permission to fail. He sits down with them and says, you've got some brilliant talent. Now here's a project that I want you to work on. And it's probably going to take you a year to crack this problem, and you may never ever crack it. And they all think, I'm going to be able to solve this in 3 weeks' time. And he says to them, I know you think you can solve this in 3 weeks' time, but that's highly, highly unlikely. And I think there's a high probability that you will fail at this, but I still want you to do it. I want you to struggle well. I want you to learn, because it's when you take on the hard problems and when you face those down, that's when we really grow and learn. Anyone can take on easy challenges. It's all about how do we learn and grow when we solve hard problems. So why do people do sporting and endurance events? It's to prove that they can. It's to discover the limits of human potential. It's to push your limits. It's to learn. It's to grow. It's to discover. So why do people change when it comes to work? It's because they're frightened of failure. It's because they're frightened of being proven wrong, of not being able to develop and to grow. Carol Dweck in The Growth Mindset talks about the difference between a growth mindset and a fixed mindset. The growth mindset embraces challenges and says, what can we learn from this? And it's all about the process of discovering things. The fixed mindset internalizes problems and says, this is who I am. I'm defined by my failure. And they become frightened to take on tough challenges. And the challenges and the growth get smaller and smaller. When I was 13 at school, a friend of mine could do the Rubik's Cube. And here's the thing, I thought he was super smart, but the reality is he got the book and he struggled and he took his time and he figured it out and he failed lots of times before he finally got it. I tried it and I couldn't do it, and I quickly gave up and I said, I'm not a smart person. I'm not the sort of person who can do the Rubik's Cube. Many, many years later, I challenged that belief and I went and found the cube and I found the YouTube videos and I taught myself how to do it, and I realized that I can take on challenges and I can grow and I can learn, and so can you. My encouragement to you is to train yourself to take on challenges, to take small challenges that you never thought that you could do, to struggle, to learn, to grow well, to succeed at that challenge. Start with a small micro challenge and grow. And as you appreciate yourself for taking on that challenge and learning, then progressively find bigger and bigger ones. US Admiral William McRaven famously talks about make your bed. His whole philosophy in the morning, start off by doing one thing well, which is making your bed. And that gives you the feeling of success, of achievement. And that small win then leads to another win, which you can do later in the day, and then another one, and then another one, because small victories lead to big victories. So find a challenge that you've always thought was tough, a small micro challenge. Get the support, get the coaching, get the help that you need. Take on that challenge, conquer it. And remember that small victories lead to bigger victories. But take on those hard challenges, struggle well, and grow.